Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how I hack, also known as highlighting and contouring, using 3D foundation. So first, I'm going in with Mango as my highlight color, and I am using the Detail Hack Brush. It is my favorite brush to use for highlight and contouring. You can use the 30-second hack brush, and it's an awesome brush, but this one just allows you to be a little bit more precise with your application, and so I love it. I'm applying it underneath my eyes in sort of a triangle shape, really lifting my eyes and my cheekbones and brightening up my under eye. And I'm just dabbing that on. I'm taking a little bit of product at a time, not a lot. If you use too much, it can go awry, but just use a little bit at a time. You'll find that a little bit of product goes a long way. And then I'm also putting this on my nose, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit more product and get my nose, my chin. I'll also get my forehead, and again, I'm just dabbing that on, and I'm taking my time. I'm not in a hurry or anything. I'm gonna get right underneath my nose, and then right along my jawline as well, right underneath where my contour would go. And I am just stippling that on, kind of blending as I go. I will blend everything out at the end, but I do like to try and blend as I go as well, because I feel like it makes for a more flawless finish. So like I said, right underneath my contour, I'm going in, and I do end up later on kind of lightly going over my cheek, just because I do have some hyperpigmentation that I was trying to hide, and the contour covers it just fine, but I just wanted a little bit of extra coverage. So you can do that with your highlight. Your highlight is great for spot treatment. If you have any sort of acne anywhere or any spots that you're just trying to hide, the highlight is great for spot treating. And I'm just taking that up on my forehead. I'm not going to take it all the way up to my hairline though, because my contour is going to go along the hairline, and I'm trying to avoid as much layering as possible, because the beauty of this foundation is that you don't need to layer. Your highlighting and contouring can all be done in one simple, easy layer. And I'm taking that just around the edges a little bit and taking my time stippling as I go. I'm putting a little bit right underneath my eyebrows to highlight underneath my brows. And I do like to use this foundation, or the highlight anyway, to use as a base for my eyeshadow. So I will go ahead and do that right now. But I feel like adding just a little bit of product on my finger, underneath my eyebrows, kind of just adds a little bit more brightness and lifts my eyebrows just a little bit more, because it's a little bit more concentrated. So just dabbing, and do a lot of dabbing. And then I like to add just a little bit more coverage underneath my eye. So I'm taking the other end of the Detail Hack Brush, and I'm going into the same highlight. You can go up a shade, and go a little bit lighter if you want underneath. But I find that just going in with Mango does the job, and I'm just adding a little bit more just closer to my lash line, and just dabbing everything to give me that nice coverage to cover my dark circles. I have used wheat in the past for this step. So again, if you want to go brighter, you totally can. But it just wasn't necessary this time. But if I am feeling pretty tired and I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, I will go brighter. So now I'm going with Indigo for my contour, and I am just putting that right underneath my cheekbones, and I'm slowly dabbing that on, and I'm building up the color. It is a darker color. It blends really well, so you can definitely go a little bit more heavy-handed with this product. And a lot of people do because it blends so beautifully. But I like to build up the color little by little, just to make sure that I'm not putting too much and that I'm not having to do any extra blending at the end. Contouring is a little bit intimidating, and so if you take it little by little, I feel like anybody can do it, right? You can put a little bit on, and then as you get braver, you can add more and more color. So I'm putting that, like I said, underneath my cheekbones, trying to sculpt that out. And I'm using the Detail Hack Brush. I use this brush for just about anything. And then I take that across and I put it along my hairline. And this is great because I do feel like I have a little bit of a bigger forehead. I'm not blessed with a small forehead. And so this contour, like adding the contour along the hairline, really helps make that look a little bit smaller and not as pronounced. So that's the beauty about contouring, is that it just helps shape your face overall. If you've got a rounder face and you're trying to slim it a little bit, it's a great way to do that, because you're just adding the shadows into your face, and you can kind of control a little bit more how shadowy they are. I'm also taking that and I'm putting that just right underneath my jawline, and it just helps create that shadow between my jawline and my neck. And this is great. Sometimes I have double chin moments, and this just really helps avoid that sometimes a little bit. So now I'm just going in and just darkening the areas that I want darkened, and you can stop at any time. Like I said before, though, this product is so blendable that try not to be afraid with it if you're new to contouring, because if you do end up putting too much, you really can blend it out, and you'd be surprised. Like, you think you put too much and it really isn't too much. So I'm just kind of being a little precise here. You don't have to be this precise, but I had time. So, the baby was napping, and the hubby was out with my son, and they were catching Pokemon. So I just took my time getting ready today. And when you can, do it, because sometimes we don't have time to relax as much as we would like. So I'm connecting everything and making sure that I don't have any gaps anywhere. When you blend everything out, it does help and ensure that you don't have any gaps anywhere and that you're not missing product anywhere. But I just like to do that with the brush. So now I'm taking the Second HAC Brush, and I'm going with the contour end to put on my blush, and I'm using Baby Watermelon. It's so pink and so pretty. I feel like it works for a lot of different skin tones. I wasn't sure how it was going to look on me, but I ended up really, really liking it. So yeah, I just dabbed that on, and now I'm doing my nose contour. So I just use the small side of the Detail Hack Brush and run that along the sides of my nose with Indigo. So I'm not changing up my contour color, just using the same color for everything. And I'm taking my time and blending with the brush as I go as well. And it looks a little funny right now, but I promise this is going to look good once we blend everything. It's going to look seamless and flawless and gorgeous. But right now, I'm going to have 2 lines on the sides of my nose. And then I'm going to top everything off with some Illuminator. I'm using Honey, and I just put that on the peak of my cheekbone and on my Cupid's bow and along my nose as well, and a little bit on my chin. And it just helps just add this glow to your face. So now I'm taking the Perfector sponge to blend everything out. I love this sponge so much. And if you know me, you know that I have lots of makeup sponges and I'm kind of picky when it comes to them. But this one is just amazing. I feel like it does such a great job blending everything out. It's great with this product, and I have used it for other foundations, and I feel like it does such a beautiful job just blending everything and making it feel so seamless and just making it look like everything has just kind of melted onto the skin and just looks like it is your skin. I love it. I love when it looks like your skin, but better. And that's the point of foundation, right? So now I'm going in with vanilla setting powder to just set my under eye, because I do have lines underneath my eyes. I've always had them, and they've always been a part of me, and I will continue to have them. So I have learned how to deal with them. But if I do not set my under eye, product creases like crazy. So I like to use the pointy end of the Second HAC brush because I feel like I can get in there really well, and it blends as I go. And then just finishing up with my sponge, making sure that everything just is looking how it needs to. And I really do love this sponge. It's so good. And as you can see, everything just looks so good and seamless, and everything's blended, and I look gorgeous. Hope you enjoyed.